In this video, we're going to go over how to use Infusionsoft to send a text message or start a text message campaign in MOBIT. To do this, we'll use the HTTP post function. This doesn't require any code, but HTTP post is a way that two software systems can connect and communicate with each other. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure that your MOBIT system is connected with your Infusionsoft system. If you see this icon with the two arrows at the top of your screen, then you'll know that your systems are connected. Now, let's go to Infusionsoft and talk about the scenario. Here in Infusionsoft, I've started building a campaign to demonstrate this scenario. In this case, you've got a list of contacts in your Infusionsoft system, which you would like to give the chance to opt in to text message marketing. So I've chosen to start this campaign with a tag. In this first sequence, we'll craft several emails that we'll use to promote a new video that we've created and we'd like to send to our contacts via text messaging. Each of the emails will be connected to this form. We want contacts to come to this form and opt in to text message marketing. On this form, we'll need to add two things. The first thing will be a field snippet, a checkbox. Once we've created the checkbox, we want to make it pre-checked, and I like to have it aligned with fields. Then we'll click Save. Now we'll need to add a phone number. In many cases, people like to use phone field 2 for their mobile numbers. And we can change what it says here. We'll make this a required field. Now we need to add one more thing. We're going to add a paragraph snippet to put in the necessary language that your contacts will need to know before opting in to text message marketing. You can find a copy of this language on the site below. In short, what they're consenting to is receiving periodic text messages from your company name with the understanding that it will be delivered via automatic technology. We're also telling them that consent to receive text messages is no condition of purchase, that they are over 18 years of age, and that they agree to the terms and conditions. We also give them instructions on how to receive help if needed, and how to cancel if they want to stop these text messages. MOBIT provides specific language for terms and conditions and privacy policies that you could use as well. Later, I will show you how to find a hyperlink to be able to put behind these terms and conditions and privacy policy. Once somebody hits submit, they will go to a thank you page, in which case I would tell them that they're about to receive a text message. To reply yes, and then the special videos or content is theirs. Now in the campaign builder, once they fill out this form, we're going to want to send them an HTTP post. But because there is a checkbox in that form and someone can choose not to check the box, we need to have a secondary option here. This will be for people who chose not to check the box. Let's go into this decision diamond to see how we can configure this. This is asking us for the rule to send to the sequence that says apply tag and send HTTP post. Let's add a rule. We're going to use the form submissions options. Yes, I agree is selected. So this is saying if somebody checks the box that says yes, I agree, then they will go to the sequence entitled apply tag and send HTTP post. Now let's create the rule for the other sequence. It's identical except for this last step that says is not selected. In this case, if they uncheck the box, then we will send them to another sequence that's called apply tag no HTTP post. So let's go to the apply tag and send HTTP post first. In this sequence, we'll apply a tag we'll pull out the HTTP post, which you can find under processes if you scroll down. And we'll also send them a welcome email. As you can see, we'll need to configure this HTTP post. And that information will be in MOBIT. So let's review. First, we're going to start the campaign in Infusionsoft. We're going to send our contacts emails that will encourage them to opt in for text message marketing through this form. Once they opt into text message marketing, then we will send an HTTP post out to MOBIT so that we can send them a text message. At this point, they're single opted in. Now, let's go back to MOBIT and see how we can build the campaign that will connect to this and get the information we'll need for the HTTP post. From the dashboard, we'll go to the main navigation and campaigns. From here, we'll add a new campaign. I've added a title and description. Now I'll choose the country that we're going to operate in. I'm not going to restrict campaign dates or select a template. So I'll just click Save. The first thing we need to do is add a goal and decide which goal we're going to use to start this campaign. In this case, we can either use an HTTP post or a trigger. The difference is this: an HTTP post goal is good if you want to send out one message to your contacts. If you want to send out a campaign that includes timers and reminder texts, then we'll want to use the trigger. So in this case, we'll use the trigger goal. So in this scenario, what we're going to do is create a campaign that once Infusionsoft triggers that HTTP post, we'll send our contacts a double opt-in message. Then we'll send them a message that will take them to our landing page that has the videos. And then we'll encourage them to register for an event. And then send 2 reminder text messages in case they don't register. So the first action will be to send a MOBIT SMS. We'll add a description and then choose Send MOBIT Text with Landing Page, as opposed to a plain text message. Here, we'll need to select our MOBIT template, which will then show up here, and we can change this and edit it however we like. Then we'll choose our landing page. Then we'll need to come down here and choose our double opt-in SMS. Now we can't edit that from here, so we'll actually have to go to the templates area and create a new template for this double opt-in message. So let's go ahead and save for now, and then we'll come back and edit these after we've created our double opt-in template. To get the templates, we'll go to the main navigation and templates. Since we're sending a MOBIT template, we'll go to MOBIT SMS templates. Add a mobile template. So in this double opt-in template, I started with the company name so that the contact knows exactly where this came from. And then I say, reply yes for the new video, which is exactly why they filled out the form in the first place. And then I've added the suggested text that we've put in each of our double opt-in emails, again, to allow people to know that they will receive periodic texts via automated technology. Then we'll come down and click Active and Double Opt-in so that it will show up in the drop-down for double opt-ins. Then we'll click Save. Now we'll go back to the main navigation and back to campaigns. Now let's go back and edit that MOBIT text. We'll come down to the double opt-in SMS and we'll choose the one that we've just created. Now we can edit the text for the message. And in here, we could just say, awesome, first name, just click, and we have the link to the landing page where they can now see the video. And that's all we need to do with this one, so we can click save. Now we can get the HTTP post information we're going to need to put into Infusionsoft and start this campaign. We'll come up here and click the action node. Go down to HTTP post information. Here, you'll see all the HTTP post information we need to configure the HTTP post in Infusionsoft. So we'll start by copying this link. And we'll paste it right here. Now you'll see that the contact ID is already here, but we do need 3 other fields that we can now go back and get in MOBIT. All of these fields are case sensitive, so to reduce error, it's best to copy and paste. Now you will notice that in Infusionsoft, the order is different than what appears in MOBIT, and that's okay. So for example, here we have contact ID, MOBIT ID, message ID, and campaign ID. Where in MOBIT, you see it says MOBIT ID, campaign ID, message ID, and contact ID. That's okay. The next thing we'll need to do is tell MOBIT that we want to get the latest information from Infusionsoft before sending this post. So for example, if you wanted to take information from custom fields in Infusionsoft and merge them into the landing page or the text in MOBIT, you'll want to get the most updated information from Infusionsoft first. The next question that MOBIT will ask you is to convert non-marketing contacts to single opt-in contacts. We want to check yes here, because any contacts that are in Infusionsoft that have not double opted in for text message marketing specifically in MOBIT will be considered non-marketable. Once they fill out that form, they are now single opted in. So we want to convert them in MOBIT from non-marketable to single opt-in. Then it asks us if we're going to send them SMS. We'll choose yes, and then it will ask us several questions. In this case, they filled out a form. So we'll check fill out the form. It's going to ask for the URL of that form. We can get that from Infusionsoft. Let's mark this HTTP post as ready, and we'll go back to the sequence. Here, we'll go to the form that we're going to use, go to code, and then we'll scroll down to use the hosted version. Here, we can copy the hosted version of this form. If you're going to put this on your website, then you can copy down the URL for your website where this form will be located. Once you've completed this step, answer the rest of the questions in a way that makes sense for your business. And then hit save. Now your HTTP post is set up to send from Infusionsoft through MOBIT. Okay, so let's get the links for the terms and conditions and the privacy policy so that we can add them to the form in Infusionsoft. We'll scroll to the top and go to the landing page editor. I've already created a landing page for this campaign. Now we can click the preview button. From the preview pane, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page that we've created. You can click on the T&Cs. That will open up a new tab that has our terms and conditions in here for you with the language that's necessary. From here, I could just copy this URL. Now I can go to Infusionsoft, go back into our form, highlight terms and conditions, and add a link. We would then go through and do the exact same thing for the privacy policy. So now they are both linked. We can go ahead and mark this form as ready and finish out this campaign. So down here, we still have to account for the people who unchecked the box saying that they did not want to receive text message marketing. In this sequence, we can apply a tag that says that they did not opt in for text message marketing, and then we can send them an email that gives them a preview of the video and all the cool content that they could have gotten if they had decided to go with the text message marketing. In this email, we should put a link to another form. We can copy the form that we already have, connect them, and give it a new name. We'll call this the second chance to single opt-in. Then, since it's the same HTTP post information, we can go ahead and copy this sequence up here as well. And connect the form that way. And in this case, we may decide to change up the information in the email and the tag, but the HTTP post information will remain the same. And that's it for part 1 of how to send a text message through MOBIT using Infusionsoft HTTP post. In part 2, we'll complete the campaign in MOBIT.